Hey, good morning, everybody. This is John Phillips, John Phillips Plumbing Service. It's been a while since I put a video up. I've been trying to take a little vacation. Bella's being Bella. Anyways, I got a call this morning from one of my neighbors. Unfortunately, I'm glad I can help them, but I live on a circle. There's about 40 houses in here, and John Phillips Plumbing is open 24/7 to these guys. So they knock on my door fucking 10 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, there's no getting away from them, but it is what it is. Anyways, I get a call this morning at the crack of dawn that a house two houses down from me, it's a rental property of somebody I know in here. They own a few houses on the circle, and the shower valve, they couldn't turn it off last night so they had to shut the water off to the whole house. And so I went over there this morning pretty early, and it's an old Kohler valve, and I'm just not going to mess around with it. It's drywall on the back side of the shower. It's going to be an easy replacement to put a Moen posi temp, bring it up to code. The house was built in the 60s, and at some point with these older houses, you just gotta, you use what's in there until it needs to be repaired, and then it's time to upgrade. I'm not gonna play around chasing cartridges around and trying to figure out what valve it was, and it's just time to upgrade. So I busted a hole in the back wall on the drywall, and I cut the valve out, and I threw a couple of half-inch shock bite caps on the copper lines. I cleaned them up first, threw the caps on, and turned the water back on, and that was pretty early this morning. And I'm gonna go back now and put a Moen posi temp valve body in there. It'll bring it up to code, and we'll do away with this 50-60 year old Kohler valve, and we'll move into the future with this for them. So it's a nice little job. Pays pretty good to replace a faucet like that, and I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna try to get back to being on vacation. It's hot, and it takes a lot out of me, man. I really am exhausted, and I feel, I gotta be very careful with myself here and not push myself too much. I wish I could be a tougher guy, but after what I've been through, I just ain't going there. I'm staying in my corner, sitting on my stool, and I ain't working too hard. Anyways, that was a little boxing analogy. I've been watching a lot of old Muhammad Ali fights on YouTube, which are pretty cool, interesting. He was a character. I used to love watching him when I was a kid. I'd come home, and it was when everything was free, Turn the television on, you're like, wow, there's a heavyweight fight on. Muhammad Ali and Ken Norton, or Larry Holmes, or George Foreman. Anyways, enough of that. I tend to drift off into other subjects. There's probably a name for what that is. ADD. I don't know. I probably suffer from a lot of shit, but who cares? That's what I say. I say it is what it fucking is. Anyways, I will get some footage of me replacing this valve. It should be easy. It was a nice little round hole. The only problem I can foresee is that it's a built-up old tile wall, very, very thick. And sometimes you're better off just putting an extension kit on the valve body so you don't have to chip away the back of the wall and take a chance of popping a tile. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna tie into the pipes that are there, put an extension kit on it, and be out the door quick. Have their water back on, and you know, go hide for a week. Anyways, we'll see you when I get there. Alright, so I'm at this shower job around the corner from my house. You can see that this is a built-up wall. It's pretty thick, usually a pain to deal with. You can see where I just capped these copper lines off with. That's the cold, that's the hot. I'm gonna recut that with a tubing cutter and put a coupling in the new valve in. It was a Kohler valve body, real small hole, which works good for me because I can put the new valve in and cover that with a Moen plate. It shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up here and turn this water off and get cracking. All right, so I've got the water off. Got to get these guys the caps off here. Sometimes they can be tough to get back off. Pretty easy, guys. If you're not using shock bites, you're a dumbass. That's all I can tell you. Alright, so this was the old valve. I'm sure it was a Kohler, at least I think, and I'm just not going to mess with this shit. It needs to be replaced, so. Alright, so I need to cut a piece 2 3/8 to get this valve hanging in the right spot. I'm actually going with the old Chateau style. Pull on and off. You got volume control with this. I need to get a piece 2 3/8. See where it says up? You want that up. So 2 3/8 is going to get me in the center of that hole, and then once I solder this on, I'm going to put the trim on, get it where it needs to go, and then I'll pipe to these these here. It'll just be easier that way. Alright, so a little trick of the trade is to squeeze this, make it oval or a little out of round, and then turn your pipe, and that'll keep it from falling apart once you get it in the wall. Alright, so that looks good center-wise, and it's coming out straight, but I want to do the same thing here. I want to squeeze this and then turn it so that this, see how that just fell out? I want to get that nice and straight, and now I can solder that up. I've got my little tank here, my little B tank. And I've changed my tip. When I'm working in a wall, I use a little bit smaller tip because I don't want to. I don't want to burn the goddamn house down. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, fella? So that's it right there. Now what I'm going to do is put the trim on the other side and get it where it needs to go, and then pipe the other stuff. Okay, so that's good right there. Yeah. Now I'm gonna pipe to the other, pipe the rest of this in. Let me go get some things. So this is a tub and shower rough body. Now obviously it's just a shower, so I need to cap that. And then I need to run my pipe over. Go with a street. Ooh. Good. This one's no problem. This one's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. So this one I need about a 2.5-inch piece, it looks like to me. As you can see, I don't use a tape measure too often. It's called by-eye plumbing. Don't get your fingerprints. The oil on your from your fingers will prevent you from making a solder joint. So clean it, paste it, don't get your guy I used to work with. He tell me don't get your greasy ass dick skinners on the copper. Need a coupling here. I just want to show you guys that I do know how to read a tape measure. I'm going to go with 2.5. Yeah. My eye is very dry. Okay. So, looks like I'm gonna need some 45s for that guy. It's really tight. Alright, so I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and solder this, all of these joints. and then put the other side together so that I'm not tearing apart what I already did. Get a little barbecue going. Don't try this at home, kids. Alright, so I'm sure that made for some interesting video. I did that on purpose. If that were flammable, meaning highly combustible material, I would have removed it. But I know that this tar paper is not going to, you know, turn into a fucking full scale blaze. So the next thing is to do this. And what's fun about this is when you have two fixed positions, it can be a bear, you know, it can be a pain, but we have the technology. This will move a little bit this way. Ouch. Yeah. Damn. Looks like I need a street. 2 streets. It's tight. Let me go get another street. Alright, so I've got a street here, a regular 45, and I need to cut a little piece for in here, but it's very tight because of the this fixed position, I'll get it. It ain't nothing. I can move this way. So let me cut that piece. All right, so just for the record, it's hot as fuck in here. There's no air conditioning. And I dropped a 45 down the wall. This isn't good. Ow. I'm still working off of copper fittings that I had when I was doing houses in copper. So I haven't bought many. One of the things you have to watch out for, even though you clean this fitting, there's a joint right here in the casting. And believe it or not, that son of a bitch will leak. So I always hit that. This guy's a little toasty. And the easiest way to get this together is to, whoops. Oh no, man. I just dropped the only street fitting I had. Alright, so thank God my house is only 2 houses away. And I was able to go find another street 45. I donated one to this wall. Like I said, this is all shit that I use. Back when I was doing houses in copper, I gotta be real careful here. And Butterfingers Phillips. It. Alright, I'm gonna go turn the water back on and hope for the breast. Alright, so the water's on. Doesn't appear I have any leaks, which is a good thing. Alright, so this is done on this side. Got the water running in there. When I turned the water on in the shower, it didn't come out. The head's totally clogged. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the shower head on that came with this valve. And that's it, my friend. I'll show you what the inside looks like when I put the handle on. Alright, so this is the new shower valve. Push pull like Moen troll. You got volume control with this, which is nice. You can really, I left that arm in there because it's a lot longer and it's got a steeper bend on it because of the size of this shower. But I did put the new Moen shower head on there, and they come with a really nice spray pattern. Hot, cold, everything's good. I just need to clean up in here. I will say that it's hot as fuck in here. This house doesn't have air conditioning in this room, so I'm sweating my ass off, and I gotta clean up my mess now. It looks worse than it is, but yeah, I'm all done here. Alright, so it's hot as hell out here. It's hot as hell out here, that's all I can say. It's fucking summertime in Sarasota. This plumber's going home. Jump in that fucking swimming pool. Look at this palm tree. Look at his brother. Fucking lost his cap over there. Yeah. Anyways, see that? That's my bike. I had to drive that back when I walked home to get my copper fittings. I need to get some shiny ones on this truck, man. I'm tired of cleaning them old black fucking piece of crap. Anyways, we're done. Another quality installation, and I didn't even burn the house down, which, you know, I came close, but anyways.